Hello everybody, my name is the Man That Reviews, and today we'll be reviewing the Revoltech Amazing Yamaguchi Genos. I'm very excited to get this guy open. I got him from AliExpress, so let's see how he is, and let's get this review started. So here he is straight out of the box. I got him out and played around with him for a bit, posed him out for a bit, and I gotta say, this guy is incredible. This is my second official Amazing Yamaguchi figure. The first one I have is the Saitama. I'm a huge One Punch Man fan, so I'm gonna try to collect every single one from their One Punch Man line. So I'm very excited to have this guy in hand. And I gotta say, honestly, between Saitama and him, I might like Genos a little bit more, just a little bit more. But we'll have to see the more I play around with him. But for first things first, let's look into his details and sculpt. As you can see, this is a Revoltech figure, so you know, you gotta expect to not really have a linear body in a sense. You know, they prioritize articulation over details and sculpt, and because of that, you could see he has this gap on his shoulders and stuff that might look ugly for some people. But overall, other than that, he's pretty detailed. I love the metallic looking paint they use all over his body. It's really nice. Here's his face, his neutral expression that he comes with. Everything looking good. Another thing that I noticed is that if you look right here, since his head is like very like, you have to take out the hairpiece in order to add the face plates, there's a little gap right between there, which kind of looks weird in some angles, and even from the front, I don't know, it might just be me, but it looks kind of weird. Other than that, it doesn't bother me that much. His head is also very loose for some reason, but oh, it's fine. Give me 1 second. Sorry about that, we're back. And here we have his back. You can see everything here. He has 3 pedals, 1 for the stand, 2 for his accessories. Here's his jeans. Looks really nice. I like how it's a little damaged so you could see his metallic parts and everything. I really enjoy that. Here's his boots and everything's great. And that's his sculpt. Looks very nice. And the gapping here, you don't have to worry about it that much if you're gonna pose him with his jacket on. If you're gonna have him pose with his jacket on, I'm gonna have him pose with both it and on and off for the most part because I like both looks. But yeah, so if you have the jacket on, you don't really have to worry about these shoulder gaps. It's not noticed at all. I'll show you when we get to the accessories. But next we're gonna do is the articulation. So you know, we have all these Revoltech joints all over, you know, Revoltech. And the neck, I don't know what this joint is called. It's the new neck joint. I see a lot of Revoltechs use this joint on its neck, on the head really actually, on the head, in order to, you know, have that there. And it's nice, it works well. With his neck and head, he can move, he can look down all the way, he can look up about that much. He could swerve all the way with his neck. His head could go right about that much, his head left. Then we go down to his shoulders. You know, you have the shoulder joints right here. Move really nice. The Revoltech joints. It's a Revoltech figure. You already know you're gonna have insane articulation when it comes to this guy. You're gonna be able to pose him in any way you see fit. He has an ab crunch about that much, and he could look up about that much. Of course, everything could swivel. His hips are on here. Is a little limited by this plastic piece, but it still works very, very well, as you can see. Very, very well. Coming down to his legs, he could kick up. He could go all the way around like this, spread out like that, spread it in like that. Here's his, oop, I just popped out the joint, but you could see it there. You can see how that joint is. Just try and pop that big, all right? Let's do the splits about that much. And you know, his leg has that swivel here, so he could do so much with his legs. You could lift up his knee about that much, bend about that much, bend out about that much. Then there's a joint on his leg, around his shin area. You can move around there. The only thing, his feet is a little sadly hindered by the pants, but you could still do a lot. The only thing is I wish it could go up a little bit more and then go down a little bit more too. Of course, you got that hinge joint right here in his toes. That's pretty much it for his articulation. Just wanted to go through that real quick. Now I'm gonna show you his accessories. All right, here are all the accessories he comes with. First things first is look at the face plates. This is the one he comes already on with him. It's a serious face, looks really nice, looking straight ahead. I never noticed Genos had earrings, but that's something I'm noticing now with this face. Then we have more serious faces. This time, this one is looking to the left. The one in the middle is looking to the right, but like looking down. And this one's also looking to the right, but to the side. We have those. Then we have these screaming faces. He has one looking forward, one looking to the left, one looking to the right, all sculpted very nicely. The one thing, at least I'm noticing, I don't know if it's me, but if you notice, compared to the other ones, the one that's looking straight looks a little off. And when I had it on him, it also looked a little off. I don't know if maybe the eyes are positioned weird, but it looks pretty strange. Next, we can go into the hands. First, we have these blaster hands. These are the only hands that come with the holes where you could put the blaster effects. Kind of like the Iron Man blasting hands. Looks really nice. Then we have the fisted hands, of course, that he comes with already on. Very nicely sculpted. I like you could still see the gold metallic from his like armor and stuff. Then we have these more action posed open palm hands. Like really cool. You can have him blasting, maybe about to blast, grabbing something. Very nice. And these relaxed hands, which look very nice. Very cool, relaxed hands. Now coming to other things you could put. These are some blade accessory pieces that you could add to his fist. So on the back right here, there's a little hole. You just kind of push that in and bam, you have a blade piece that you could put on him if he ever wants to cut something for some reason. Next, we have these arm blaster effect parts. I noticed that these could only be put on his arm by taking it off right here. Let me just show you real quick. You just screw it off there. Screw this back in here. And then you have this blaster arm piece. You could put his arm back in there. Bam. And then here you have a blaster arm piece, which looks really nice. You could have him like throwing a punch, like a rocket punch, or like he did in the anime. Hopefully when I'm gonna get the Genos figure, I mean not the Genos figure, the Garo figure, I'm gonna have him grabbing him by the neck like he did in the series, which is really nice. So we have those. We have two of those, so you could add to both arms. Very nice. You could probably use them for other blast effects as well. Then we have these small explosion blaster arms. Very nice. The peg hole. You could add these to the back of his shoulder right here to have him like flying, or you can have them right here on his palm to have him blasting. Look at that. Looks really nice. So that's cool. And then finally, we also have these bigger blast effect parts, which is for a bigger explosion. You know, you could have these in the back and have those in his palms to have him extra flying. Or if you notice there's a hole, you could put the smaller one, boom, to have a big super explosion, which is really cool. Reminds me of the Amazing Yamaguchi Bakugo, but I don't have that figure. And the next is the bonus piece. If you're able to pre-order this, then you're gonna get this bonus hair piece. It's for like a more action headpiece, you know, where his hair is blown back and stuff. Maybe he's like flying in the air. Bam. Looks very, very nice. I really like this bonus headpiece. I kind of don't like that Amazing Yamaguchi is making these bonus effect parts because I just wish it came with the standard figure, because some of them are really, really nice. Other ones are like, you know, small. They're not really that crazy, but I feel like this hairpiece should be in every release because it's actually very, very nice and it looks very good when I pose them and stuff. Those are the accessories. Real quick, I also forgot 2 other accessories. Of course, he comes with a Revoltech stand. All Revoltechs come with a Revoltech stand, so forgot to mention that. And the most important part, his cloth goods. This Genos figure comes with cloth goods, as you could see, and it's this jacket that he wears in season 2 of the anime. And as you could see, it's a Velcro strap from the back, and sadly this is something I kind of don't like about the figure. I don't like Velcro straps when it comes to like cloth goods. These things could get worn down very easily by using it a lot, and I'm a person who loves taking off things, just love posing figures for fun, like without even doing anything. And so this is gonna be worn down a lot, sadly, but overall it looks really good. And let me quickly show you how you can put it on him. I have him here without any fist. So I just push him there. Push the arms through the holes. There you go. The fabric is also kind of weird because it like kind of gets hooked on a bit. I've had to cut pieces of fabric that are like stepping out and stuff. So put it right here. Add the Velcro strap right here. Strap that in, and boom, here we have him with the jacket. And with the jacket, he looks amazing. I actually adore him with the jacket. It's actually such a good look. And so now we're gonna actually go to the size comparisons of the figure. All right, here you have him with a couple random figures that I have. We have the Amazing Yamaguchi Saitama, which we could see they're about even. Saitama looking a little bit taller. And then we have the Storm Collectibles Yujiro Hanma. This is the bootleg, so this is not the official figure. But as you can see, he towers over Genos for quite a lot. Here we have him with the Marvel Legends Doctor Doom Cabal 3-pack. This is one of my favorite Marvel Legends of all time. And he is a little bit taller than Genos. And then here we have him with the SH Figuarts base Vegeta Dragon Ball Superhero body, but with the Tonsen Arts Majin Vegeta head. And you can see here, you know, he's pretty short compared. SH Figuarts usually run kind of short. But overall, this figure is still looking really good with all your 1/12 figures. Looks really good. How this Vegeta doesn't want to stand. Whatever, I have him fall. And so, but overall, he looks really good with all these figures. He's gonna fit really well with your 1/12 figures. And well, I hope. Now we're gonna get into my final thoughts of this figure. Now for my final thoughts on this figure, I have to say, I'll probably give this guy a 7 out of 10. This figure has a lot going for it, a lot of nice accessories. The sculpt looks really good. He goes into all his poses very nicely, and he's overall a great figure to handle. But I did kind of want more. Genos in the anime is known to have arm cannons and stuff like that. You know, his body is able to morph into a bunch of cannons and stuff. And I really, really wish they had arm cannons. I feel like if they had arm cannons, this figure would look so cool and so amazing in so many other poses. Another thing is I kind of wish there was another expression. I know Genos is very, very stoic in the anime, but he has some times where he has like a slight smile, or I really would have liked a grit teeth faceplate as well. But the ones that we got are still really good. Another minor gripe that I have is without his, of course, is the zip tie. Yeah, the zip tie jacket is just really, it's kind of bothersome to me. From the back, it looks kind of weird, but it's not that crazy. But overall, I know this thing, the jacket's gonna get worn, and that zip tie is not gonna work as well. But I don't know why I said zip tie, but you know what I mean. That part of the jacket is gonna get worn, but like, I still think this figure is still amazing. Having those small gripes, still give it a 7 out of 10, which is a great score. And well, I hope you enjoyed this review. I hope you came out learning more about this figure, maybe trying to convince you, maybe not convincing you to get this figure. You should look forward to my channel. I'm gonna try to post more. I know I kind of disappeared for a bit, but I want to try and post more. I actually do want this channel to become something, hopefully. So I hope you guys could support me, and maybe we could start getting off somewhere, because I really like action figures. I have a bunch of them, and I'm gonna try to review some old ones. I'm thinking about starting this challenge on Instagram that I'm gonna make up. It's 100 poses, where every single day I'm a get a figure, pose it, and post it on my Instagram, and for 100 days straight without stopping. So I hope you will support me on my Instagram, Demand That Reviews. You should follow me there. I do post every single figure that I have, because I do like posing and I do like posting, but making videos is something that it's a little bit more difficult for me. But I hope you keep supporting me. Keep on the lookout, because soon I will get the Kami 1 Gogeta figure, which is a figure I'm very much looking forward to review and to have. So keep up for that. Keep a lookout for that review. And I also did pre-order. Well, this is gonna be in the future, but I did pre-order the 6" plus Planet Hulk figure with a green scar. This figure is a third-party figure. It looks amazing. If you haven't been able to pre-order it, I'm so sad for you, because I'm pretty sure pre-orders are down for most stores. But this figure looks amazing. I can't wait to have this figure in hand. But that's in like the future, next year. But we'll see. But those are just some things to keep an eye out for. And well, I hope you continue reviewing. I hope you like this review, and I hope you all have a great day. God bless.